Hey everybody, it's Sam from Wrestling Overtime bringing you all the news and updates this morning. I'm sorry I didn't get my Raves and Rants review out last night. I just couldn't bring myself to watch SmackDown again in detail and write it up and record it. I will do that later today, I promise. But I wanted to give you guys some news and updates real quick. WWE NXT has released that there were some injuries to some WWE superstars on Wednesday night from NXT. Tegan Knox has been listed with some serious bruises and contusions and is listed day to day, as is Dakota Kai. She has a bruised back and is also listed day to day after their steel cage match. Now, Roderick Strong is listed as having bruises, and then he has cuts that are fairly deep on his arms, and then some cuts on his back. They are also listed day to day. So all three of those injured NXT superstars, we look to be back and as strong as ever. Doesn't sound like there's anything serious going on. Wanted to let everyone know that since he appeared on AEW TV, Jeff Cobb still hasn't signed a contract with anyone. It's rumored that he really likes Ring of Honor, and he likes the fact that he's able to work with New Japan, especially since it's rumored that New Japan is going to have more United States dates this year, and he's wanting to do those. He is a little concerned from what everyone is saying that because of Jon Moxley's deal with AEW, he is not allowed to work New Japan American dates, and Jeff Cobb does not want that in his contract. He wants to be able to work for New Japan. Like I said, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and Jon Moxley are allowed to work for New Japan. Just it is known they're not allowed to work here in the United States. Scott Steiner, scary situation last night, was trying to keep up with that last night through Brad Shepard. He is the one to follow on this situation. It's my understanding that Scott Steiner had a match in Atlanta, Georgia for Impact, and that he collapsed in the locker room almost right after, and the paramedics had to take him to the hospital. Brad Shepard stated that he stopped breathing at one point and that they had to shock him. His last report that I could find was that it was a life-threatening situation, but he is just in serious condition right now. So we are all out praying and thinking of Scott Steiner at this time. AJ Styles, if you didn't hear, was named Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Wrestler of the Decade. Now, I have heard that several wrestlers said that his impact in WWE and before in TNA was strongly felt, and that they totally agreed that AJ Styles was the wrestler of the decade. However, I have seen quite a few fans argue that Seth Rollins or Will Ospreay or Okada or Kenny Omega should have probably been Wrestler of the Decade. Write me and tell me what you guys think at wrestlingovertime at gmail.com, or hit us up on our Facebook page. We've got all these stories up on our Facebook page on Wrestling Overtime, and we are on Twitter at Wrestling Overtime. Feel free to drop us a line and holler at us. Also, 3 new WWE superstars didn't want to be outdone on the tattoo front by Cody, obviously. It's reported, you can see it on their Instagram page, Rampage that Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, of course, went together to get new tattoos done, and that Rhea Ripley finally got the tattoo that she has been wanting done. WWE had told Rhea Ripley earlier, right before they started her new push, not to be getting any more tattoos on her upper body. So she made a deal with WWE and changed her ring attire. If you guys haven't noticed, she is now wearing pants. And she got permission from WWE that as long as she is wearing pants as part of her ring attire, that she can do whatever she wants with her lower body. And so she got the start of a leg tattoo, and from what I have seen, it looks to be pretty intricate, probably several settings, but I'm sure, knowing Rhea Ripley, it will be extremely cool. So I'll keep you up to date on that, and hopefully we'll be able to get a picture of it soon. If you guys hear of any news or anything breaking, then please let me know, like I said, at wrestlingovertime@gmail.com. And if there's any news that comes about before Elimination Chamber, I will be breaking in. So I am looking forward to talking to you guys soon.